Hey everybody, welcome to day one, week one of three-dimensional design online. Um, this is a crazy new challenge for me to do a 3D class online using digital tools, and I'm up for the challenge, so um, let's get started. And I think not to worry about having to buy any software. Everything will be provided for you in the cloud online, except for the possibility of one program, which will be a free download, which is called Blender, and we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, here we are in August 2016. The Olympics are on. This is a very cute Google doodle here. Break you in easy, the first place I want you to check out is a site called Shapeways. Shapeways, you can type that in, and okay. What Shapeways is a 3D maker's kind of like paradise. They provide the tools to print out anything that you design in almost any material, from the usual plastics through ceramics, through silver and gold, stainless steel, brass. Here's a steel bracelet here. And these are projects that were created either using the tools here on Shapeways or locally on the maker's home computer. So anyway, the first project, just to break you in a little bit easy, is to make a ring and custom design the ring in terms of the field on it. Well, you'll see as we get into it. So click this Make button here. Hopefully we'll not freeze and keep going here. Then click Try 3D Tools, and giving a default of somebody's ring design here, and notice that when I click and drag I can see it in a full three-dimensional design. And what we want to do is create our own 3D. We're not going to upload yet, but we're just going to use their tools. So up here, click Make, and then go to Easy Creator Apps. Okay, and here we have a variety of things that we could play with, and here's one for woven jewelry. That's kind of interesting. Mimo, we're going to be doing a little project with that too, combining letters and turning them into novel three-dimensional forms. So anyhow, just getting started with your basic custom ring here. Click that and customize your ring. I clicked on that, and notice what happened here is it just put up a basic blank, and I can click on this and move it around. Okay, why don't we begin from the top down here, and it's asking for a pattern. So we could use a pattern that we created in two-dimensional design. If you took that course with me, you're welcome to use any of those patterns. But since this is a class in 3D, and if you haven't done 2D with me, go ahead and we can go out and find a pattern on Google Images and import it, and start with that as the basis of what we're doing. So I'm going to click a new window here and go to Google by click Images here and just type pattern. And it brings up a gazillion things. I'm going to try to keep it very simple. I'm going to click on this particular pattern here and click on the image. Hopefully it's a basic chevron. and oops, I'm going to right click on it and say save image as, and since I already did that, I called it ring, I'm going to hit save. Well, in this case I'm going to hit cancel and come back to Shapeways and then click the upload button, find your pattern, okay, open, and it puts it in here. Okay, next click ring measurements, and it's not doing anything with the pattern yet, I don't think. It did that to it. Okay, let's make this size according to the size that you want and the height that you want. The program is interjecting with some of its own ideas here, and notice what it's doing. It took one of those elements of the chevron and created a zigzag ring here. Wasn't expecting that, but sometimes accidents can be kind of interesting. And I just made it thick, and look what that did. That's not so good. Okay, so back that off. So point being, I want you to play around with these sliders here and see what you can come up with. There we go. Let's see. Maybe. Come on, hang in there. Okay. I'll come back and readjust that. Let's put some borders on this. The top border, click that, and this, and let it update and see what's happening as it updates. Didn't get a bottom border, did we? Oh my goodness, look how thick. So back to measurements, height, bring that down. One of the problems with cloud-based services is that you're waiting for the internet to update, and you're having to, so I brought the height down, and background, is that what created that thickness? Let's see what happens on the update there. Okay, hit OK, whoops. And it did that again. Well, I don't want to waste too much of your time while I'm playing around with this, but let's see here. And I do want you to try your own playful things here. Background, I'm keep sliding this back a little bit. That's getting more reasonable, a little less. And a little less high as well. And come on, here we go. Okay, notice what it did though. It took our pattern and it applied it to the field. I added a couple of borders and I worked with the thickness. I may play with it some more, but I'm going to leave it at this for now. We could engrave something on it on the inside here. So just this is not quite 3D, but anyway, and it's in a script font, so I'll leave that for now. And that's pretty much it for right now. Next phase is to do a screenshot. I use something called the snipping tool. It's built into every version of Windows after, I think, 7.0. And I just say File New, and then I'm going to click and drag around the design, and then click this little save snip, or you can say File Save As, and save it as a JPEG and name it Ring 1. And put it in a folder where you can find it again. I'm using the cloud-based folder OneDrive here, and save. And then using the snip tool again, come back and take a different point of view here. And so maybe give me a second view of this. And take another snip, new, click and drag, and save it as ring 2. And put it in the folder where you can find it. So notice how quickly we can do some variations on this theme here. So as a warm-up exercise, go ahead and why don't you create even 2 or 3 different rings and upload the images to the blog, and this will be a sort of a fast way to get used to navigating in a 3D environment, how to upload images to the blog, and just to get warmed up with the sense of the class. And that's it for this one. See you in the next video.